Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is a retired guy on Main Street Sanity, a retiree's take. Just another quick little podcast out, just with a couple of things. First, I'm going to talk about, I guess, the differences and what's at stake. On one side, what do we have? We have the Socialist Communist Party. As I've reiterated before, it's no longer the Democrat Party. They like to say Democrat Socialist. It's not. It's the Socialist Communist Party. Because basically there's one Democrat left, John Fetterman, which I know they're going to go after him. But what is the Socialist Communist Party's platform? Let's go over a few things. The easy ones. Defund the police. Defund the Department of War. Abolish ICE. Open borders. Medicare for all. Free child care for all. State-run grocery stores. Government take over manufacturing. Men and women's sports. Abolish the Senate. Either pack the Supreme Court or abolish the Supreme Court, and have Congress determine who's going to be the leader. That's their goals. That's what they want. But as we hear that most of America, that's not what they want. So they're starting to soften their policies. They're not changing them. They're softening them. If you listen to Ocasio-Crazy, woke one was crazy. No, she still believes woke in wokeism. But she wants votes. So she's saying one thing, but she's still going to do the other. Everybody knows it. It's common sense, because this is what they run on. And then you got Sanders go after the oligarchs, going after the billionaires. Well, and I said this in my last couple of podcasts, 6-7 years ago, Bernie was going after millionaires. They weren't paying their fair share. Well, now that he's a millionaire, he just wants to go after billionaires because they're not paying their fair share. It's not that he's going to pay his fair share. He's not going to go after his millionaire friends because he's a millionaire. He just wants to go after billionaires now. So that's kind of a classic with Bernie. His 3 houses, private jets. Do as he says, not as he does. And on the other hand, we have obviously only women in women's sports. We're not going to pack the court. We're not going to defund ICE. We're going to maintain our borders, close our borders to illegal aliens and invasion. We're going to protect our country with the War Department. Capitalism, manufacturing, give people jobs. So, and those are really the remarkable differences here. The socialist communists are selling a program to a bunch of lazy ass, do nothing kids, I'll call them, never had a job. I saw something the other day. It was something like 13% of school kids hold a summer job. And what was it, 10, 15 years ago, it was like 60%. Geez, at 13, I had a summer job. I was out working on a farm, picking corn, planting crops. I mean, people aren't making their kids go out and do something. They're not teaching them. So what do we get? A bunch of lazy asses that want, well, I deserve this. You need to give this to me. You have this? Well, I should get it too. You worked for it? Well, give some to me. They don't want to work for anything. They just want to be given to them. That's what they want. And if they want that, why don't they go try it out first? It's like trying on clothes. Go try it out, see how it fits. Go to Cuba. Go to Mexico. Go to England. Go to Italy. Go to Greece. Go to some of them socialist, communist countries and let us know how it's working out for you. Heck, just go to Canada. You want free medical? Go to Canada. Let me know how that works out for you. That's what free medical care looks like. Go to Canada and see how it works out. But that's what we have. Lazy people don't want to work. They want you to give it everything. You work, I say, the common sense people, work for a living, work to get ahead. And these people want to take what you have, part of what you have, because they think they deserve it. That's why I say all the conservatives, independents that are looking at the conservative side as the better, get out and vote. And I say some of the actual Democrats that are out there, look at your choices. I'm not saying that the conservatives are better, but their policies are actually better. Well, they actually have policies where the crazy socialist communists don't. So, weigh your choices. You might hate Donald Trump, but Donald Trump is not on the ballot. He's done, I'll sit there and say, he says some stuff that I don't agree with, but what he's done for the country, he always puts the country first. And that is a leader. He puts our country first. And that's what we want. I don't care about any other country. I care about ours. So, get out and vote. Don't let these crazies ruin our country. Let's squash them out while we can. So, that's that. That's that portion. Now I'm going to talk a little Navy stuff. I'm still kind of aggravated at the Navy, being kind of a Navy person. As I was watching the news, they were talking about reading the news about the Lincoln, I guess it was, sailors complaining. I didn't read the whole thing. I actually didn't read hardly any of it. One of my friends was telling me, something about the food, the quality of the food, and all this stuff. And you just want to say, get over it. You're on an aircraft carrier. you're deployed. The food is the food. Is it gourmet? No, it's not. I can say firsthand. But the food is decent. There's nothing bad about the food. Geez, on an aircraft carrier, you can eat like almost 24 hours a day. And because I forgot how many mess decks they have to eat. So, and it's a busy, you're busy when you're on a ship underway. I'm sorry, it's busy. You stand watches around the clock, 24/7. You know, there's always people on watch. You know, some watch stations are 4 and 8, 4 on, 8 off. Some are 4 and 12. Some might be 6 and 6. You know, but it's busy. But it's what you signed up for. So quit whining about it. If it's too hard, get out. Go back home to mom and dad, live in their basement, and just sit there and say to yourself, "Oh, I couldn't hack it." I mean, it's not an easy life. I had a blast. I will sit there and say I had a blast my entire time in the Navy. I will never complain about it one bit. I mean, I have great friends. I was stationed with great people. Did I have some hard duties? Absolutely. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So, but you know, these kids are so used to getting coddled. Well, in the Navy, you're not going to get babysitted. You're going to get trained for a job, and you're going to expect to do your job. That's it. You're going to get paid to do your job. So let's move on. And I'm still aggravated. I just don't understand their forethinking. And in their shipbuilding. If you ever, anybody knows anything about the Navy, the evolutions of ships. Steam ships, now we got the nuclear ships, gas turbines, and all that. But they have these Arleigh Burke destroyers, which are good. They're good. They're good, capable ships. They are. Then they decided to build the Zumwalt class destroyer. What a waste of money that was. Total useless. I don't think any of them have deployed. They built 3 of them. They build them for weapons that we haven't designed yet. And so really, thinking about, I don't know how good their capabilities really are. And for their cost, they're less capable than the Ticonderoga class cruisers they've decommissioned. Now, I will say the Tyco cruisers are 30 years old, but they are by far the most capable ship the Navy had, the most powerful when it came to amount of missiles and capabilities on board. Arleigh Burke was second, these were first. So, all the money they put into building those 3 Zumwalt destroyers, they could have refit just about every single one of those Ticonderoga class cruisers, and we'd have had, 20 some more ships in the Navy that are super capable. And just kind of reading stuff that they're trying to design now, that are still less capable and way overpriced. Whoever thinks this stuff up should really go find a new day job, because they're really not good at that one. Yeah, I know the president wants to build another battleship. And I was looking at some of the concepts that you can find stuff online. How accurate it is, I don't know. But the concepts, I'd have stayed with the Tycho Cruiser's design. Just as effective. I mean, I understand you want to build a bigger ship. Sure, it'll put quite a few more missiles on it. But are we gaining anything? That's the only thing I would ask a president. What are we gaining from it? You know, for the cost benefit to build one of those, could I build 2 of these? And that's all with equal to or more capabilities. That's all I would ask. You know, if you want a battleship, bring back to Wisconsin the Missouri, the 2 last ones of the Iowa class. There's your battleship. When it comes to reliability, probably the most reliable ship I was ever on was the Wisconsin. Yes, I was stationed on board it. I mean, it was reliable. I mean, for being 50 years old, everything worked. It was built back in the day when the American quality was at its best. So there you got reliability. Limited. I mean, Tomahawks, harpoons, they're still available. Limited, I will say, yep. But still, for offensive capability, you have that. Places like the Persian Gulf, even right there in the Straits of Hormuz, 16-inch guns, lethal along the shores. There you go. If you want a battleship, there's your battleships. But if you're looking to design something new, let's make sure let's make sure it's worth it. Don't do a boondoggle like the Zumwalts. Like I said, anywhere between, I'll say, 14 and $24 billion wasted even for let's say $14 billion. We probably could have refit 14 Tioga class cruisers and upgraded them and put them back to sea. And you just added 14 ships to the fleet. Here you added 3 with less capabilities. I'm just saying. So anyways, that's it for today. Like I said, I just want to rant on a couple of things. So website is retiredguys@myyahoo.com. Drop me a line anytime. I answer everybody. Till the next time, have a good one.